In a GraphWorx viewer, there is the option to show or hide a data legend box. In this box, you can have details about each single pen with several customizable columns and also have additional context menu for each pen. Cursor bar can also be used to allow viewing pen samples at specific time position. Let's see how we can configure these settings. We are inside a GraphWorx page. We just inserted a TrendWorks viewer. And now let's double click on it in order to access the chart configuration area. Now in the chart configuration area, first of all, I already have the possibility to configure the context menu, but we won't be doing it from here. We'll be doing it from the legend tab. So let's get to that right away. I click on the legend tab, and on this tab I can decide whether to show the legend, as you can see this appears, and to show it. I can decide whether I want to show it on the bottom, on a side, or on the top. Now let me select to show it on the top, and there it goes. And I can select which fonts I want to have and which size and so on. Now let's get to the context menu configuration. The context menu is something that appears in runtime mode when I right-click on each single pen. So when I do that, I want to decide first which items should be displayed when I right-click on the pen. So I can decide whether to include a pen menu, which will be configured just down here below. I can add some separators. I can then decide to delete a pen. And also I have here available the possibility to execute a specific command that can be configured within the workbench. Now, once I insert the pen menu, inside the pen menu, I can decide which items I want to have. So I can have items, for example, to add a sample when I'm in freeze mode, or edit a sample, or delete a sample, or like in this case also switch trend plots, refresh, delete, and even add an operator comment if I really need to. So let's close this and let's continue to configure our legend. I can decide to have some colored details just to change different colors for different columns. I can set up to show the header, yes or not. I can decide to apply a different background color or even an image and just set up some style parameters overall. And I can also decide which columns I would like to add. Now these are the columns which are already available. The visibility is this check mark that you see here. Then we have the colors, we have the description, we have the connection status, last value, last time. But let's scroll this and let's pick within the list here, let's pick something. For example, the pen value at the cursor position and the cursor time. And as you can see, cursor value and cursor time have been also added. Now, still within the chart configuration, let's go to cursor configuration. I can decide to have cursors in freeze mode, or I can also allow to view directly cursors even in real-time mode. I can enable the possibility to move those cursors based on a mouse click or tap, or move cursor when the mouse goes over it, and I can decide to read the cursor position or even write the cursor position if I want to put them on a specific place directly. And which sample the cursor should show me. Should show me just the previous sample at its position, or the closest sample, or the next sample. We decide. I can have up to maximum 2 cursors, one, and I can pick which color I like, and as a data source is to make it visible or not. automatically, and the second cursor with the same thing. Now let's close these settings, and let's go directly in runtime mode. As you can see, since I have enabled the cursor to be also used in runtime mode, I have this bar in the middle of my chart, and if I hold the click button, then I can drag this bar, this cursor, and then on the new field that I have added in my legend, it will be displayed also the cursor value and the cursor time. And as the chart shifts, they constantly update. Or if I click on it, then I will see it in both ways, like a pop-up or directly within the legend. I can enable the real-time cursors in runtime mode also clicking up here on the menu. So yes or not. And I can even do it here for the from the floating docking bar. I can decide also if I want to have two cursors. I can have one here and I can have another one here. The reason why when I move the second cursor, these are not changing based on its position is because I didn't select the columns for the second cursor. Then what I can do is also I can go within the edit configuration for this trend and enable the real-time cursor and the second cursor and the mouse position, even the legend, also directly from here, as well as from the floating bar. The same. Last but not least, I can go up here, both on the menu and in the floating bar, select pens, and then once I select the pens, I can also go and configure the context menu just in case I want to remove something on edit. Okay, so now we can leave it like that and let's see how this works. When I select a signal, I right click on it, and here are the settings that are made available for me. So I select the menu, the pen menu, and then I selected a way to switch different plotting types. So for this single pen, I can decide to plot it as an area or plot it anywhere else, any other way I want. I can plot it as a bar, for example. Okay, so it's very simple and it's very convenient. And then I can put it back to a line.